Sound. From the novelist to the master, from the beginner to the professional, from playing, experimenting with things and creating a masterpiece. These are all the elements of art. And there are many facets of art. But on this show, we focus on the art of sound. Sound could be employed in music. It could be in spoken word. It could be in a profession of education or whatever. Sound is part of our life, and it is an art. Hi, I'm L.V. Smith, host of the show Sounds Within. Now, I was having a great time. I should say we were having a great time with my guests, and we got all wrapped up in the past and how things were and how organic sound can be. So we bringing back our guest by my popular demand, at least, Mr. Richie Hanner and Ms. Aletha Johnson. Welcome back. Okay. And yeah, like driving a school bus, that's yes. Me there. Well, we were last talking about how we use sound. Well, we're gonna get back to that, but we're gonna explore deeply how the people we work with or share are impacted or who have impacted us with it. So let's begin with Brother Richie now. How has you used sound to motivate others?
I like to use sound, all sound, to make people move. When there's a rhythm, that track that we put together and the music is like mixed, if I see their hands patting and their feet going, I know I got them. And when they're dancing on the floor, I really know I got them. So that's something that came from within that we created together, and it has an impact once it goes through the ears of a human being. And it just makes them move and makes them groove. I like that part of communication, and it doesn't have to be in English either.
No, it doesn't.
Music is just universal sound.
It is a language in its own. Aletha, let's turn it over to you. How do you like to influence others or be impacted by sound?
Words, melody, because I started out without any instruments, so I just always did a cappella and make sure it was smooth. Mm-hmm. And then when I see them say, or they'll say, would you sing that again? Mm-hmm. And it really became my passion. They always kept saying, would you sing it one more time? And that's when I knew I captured my audience.
Mm-hmm. Now, you want to tell us about any specific experiences where sound, maybe not necessarily in the case of music, where you influence others? Like, let's say, what did you do when you're not doing your passion, which is music?
Okay, I used to counsel kids.
Tell us about that.
I used to be a case manager.
Okay.
And help out families that had problems, mental problems, drug abuse. And I used to help families relocate and refer them to different places for help and assistance, emergency assistance. So I still have that, I still, meet with people at times. And people remember me from the past, and they'll, did you hear anything? I explain to them, there's an emergency book. You can go online and get all types of help, even food. Kids, if they have a problem, they can get medication. So it's just word of just helping one another.
Spreading the word, basically,
yeah.
of support and care and love.
Yes.
Was there any particular experience that you recall which really made you always remember that impact on an individual?
Helping them paying bills.
Paying
when
bills.
People sometimes you don't even think that you need light, gas, but all of a sudden when it happened, you're in shock. But lo and behold, help is here from the state, and like I said, I always had that book, and since I had a referral book of everything in the state of California, so I just help families, to get back on their feet, and
yes.
Foundation, to have foundation, because without foundation, You
Without
cannot make
foundation.
it.
Sort of like I'm reminded of a song from a show I used to hear from this community radio station. And yeah, I tend to venture a lot of places where they say folks should stay within their own realm of music. Well, I couldn't do that. But I remember the title of this one song that went like this: "You don't miss your water till your well runs dry."
Ooh. That is true.
Yeah, seriously, folks.
Yes.
And
That is true.
well, with water being scarce too, so yeah, it's starting to come to fruition. Now let's bring that question to you about impacting others or other than music.
Other than music, mine has been one of economics. And that means to me how man earns his daily bread. I learned to hustle on the streets of Philadelphia when I was about 8, 9 years old.
You
Shining
had to.
shoes,
You had to.
newspapers, and I was from one of 9. And we had to help mom out. So throughout my life, I was fortunate enough to be educated. You know, I did all sorts of jobs, all sorts of busboy, storeroom clerk. I mean, whatever it took to make an honest buck, changing tires,
Thank
cutting
you.
hair,
Thank
cleaning
you.
basements and
Thank you,
stuff like
sir.
that. So that work ethic was very strong with me. So
Indeed.
when I got to the point where I attended the university, I did study economics at the Wharton School of Business at the University of Pennsylvania.
Yes.
And then I became a follower at that point. And then I got evolved
A follower?
into a follower, yes, to go into leadership onto how to teach how to fish and make money. So in corporate life, it was very valuable to me, the teaching element
Yes.
mostly, and money in banking. I learned about money
Money.
because I didn't have any. So I had to learn money in banking, and I had to apply the same principles that I did in the street, of supply and demand.
Yes.
Profits on what to do and what season to do it with. So I helped out a lot of young people, as well as older people, make a living. And I can relate to what you were saying in terms of resources. They have to be taught. Information is power. Accurate information.
Yes. Now, is there anybody you have helped that you are bringing along, let's say, in the world of music you like to share about?
Yes.
Let's hear something from that one person.
Well, yes, Nicole.
Okay.
A contemporary gospel artist.
What will she sing?
She will sing a song titled Spirit Up.
Okay, let's hear it.
Stop looking at the situation. Get your spirit up. People gather round. Does it feel like things are getting you down? Carrying so much weight, but you don't have to. Just step into your faith. Lend me your ear, and I'll tell you what to do. Whenever you're feeling bad, feeling sad, feeling blue, things just don't go right. You feel like you're in a fight. All you have to do is step up to the plate. Trust God and have some faith. Things just don't go right. You feel like you're in a fight. All you have to do is step up. Trust God, have faith. Gotta get your spirit up. Yeah, the enemy gets you down. Feels like you're going through. Stir your spirit up. Get your spirit up. Oh, let the enemy get you down. Get your spirit up. Keep your head
J. Nicole, awesome. Wow. How, Reggie, I got to get back to you. How did you discover Miss Nicole here?
J. Nicole, back east from Harrisburg, she wanted to put a female group together, which she did. Came all the way from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania to Los Angeles, and she was doing secular music with 3 other dynamic young ladies. Did not work.
Did not work.
It did not work for her. And I know for a fact trying to keep a group together with different personalities and different characteristics would be one of the hardest and toughest things in the world.
Oh, yes.
So she got the call, you know, by way of this Holy Spirit, to do solo music, to sing solo.
Sing solo.
And she accepted Christ, you know, and she said, I'm going this way.
Yes.
And when she asked for my assistance to help produce her,
Yes.
I was right on board with it.
You're right on
You know,
board with it.
and those testimonies and the witness that they gave toward those songs made them easy to write and easy to produce. And her mother, Yvonne Jones, and her co-wrote the songs. I have 2 songs that I'm going to put on the album, but initially they came from the 2 of them, the songs that you have just heard.
Most impressive. Now, as I mentioned before in the previous show, Brother Richie's going to be my partner in crime in some later productions in Sounds Within, where he has some reachings way back to people that many of us know and some are learning about. So stay tuned about that. But we're going to start finding out how does spirit or faith play part of your music at all, Aletha?
Oh God, I cannot move without the Lord blessing me through my writings, my rhythm, my tones, my sounds. Because as soon as I hear something, you just automatically start doing something. And when you pull people in, that is a blessing through God. And they're hearing you, and I'm like, they're hearing me through the Lord.
Amen.
And this is how you don't say it, but I express through I don't know, my body start moving. Everybody says, every time you sing, you're moving. I said, because it's just unnatural. It's just something you feel that the Lord has given me. If I stand there and just open my mouth and sing, that's not normal. Normal is relax. You sing from here, within, and let out from here. So that's part of mine.
In other words, you're just letting out what's within spirit. The calling is just coming out and sharing.
Yes.
Yes.
And I'll just share in different
Yeah,
languages.
sharing, and it encompasses all. It's embracing all, it's affirming all, appreciating all. Yes, that is it. Now, you were mentioning, does that play part of your line when you were the caseworker, and how did it bring you about where you are now?
No, it didn't play. And nobody hardly never knew I sang. I just was at the time writing and, raising my son and all, and going to school. So I really didn't have time. I had put it away. I'm from Jersey, and I put my stuff away because it was about motherhood.
Motherhood.
And my son was first, education. And now he got all his papers. And now I
A
can
big
go
salute
forward.
so I assume you're a single mom.
Yes.
A big shout out to all single moms who hold up more than half the sky. Now we know there's some good guys out there, but let's face it, there are more women that have to do with this thing, and they're holding up more than half the sky.
Yes.
Yes, so kudos to you and your son. So what does your son do?
My son is a computer technician and a Japanese artist, and he speaks
A Japanese artist.
Yes. And he speaks it, and he has Word of the Day on Green Shift 5 on YouTube.
Wow.
He has Word of the Day, which he shows you different animals, and he has it written in Japanese, and he pronounces it. And he shows you, teaches
So he
you.
teaches Japanese.
Yes.
I may have to hook up with him because I have affinity for samurai movies.
And he does Ippei. He finished it, so.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, we're going to be talking more. And I'd love to have him on as a guest one day.
Okay.
If he's willing, I'm sniffing now.
Okay.
Now, you touched upon Nicole there, Brother Richie, about how you found her. Tell us about some other productions and things that you've done with her and others.
Well, besides my first initial record with Mike Wilson back in the 80s, with J. Nicole, I got together with a team of songwriters and producers. We still have a lot of material that's in that catalog, and I encouraged the brothers to say, let's finish what we started. You know, at the beginning of those songs, it was like the whole song wasn't there. But when we took that long sabbatical and lived life and life experiences, we have the second verse, the third verse, and the completion of those songs.
Yes.
So I want to do a collaboration with my old band, you know, and to finish that work. It was a very good work. And
So
it had
when
some-
did that piece of work begin?
that piece of work began, let's say, as early as the 1980s. And then when the band dispersed, we went on our sabbatical and went our own separate ways. And then we came back, you know, together, just talking. Because it was very traumatic when we dispersed as a band. You know, it was like losing a brother,
Yes.
you know, a sister. So now we've matured, both, you know, spiritually, you know, we're more grounded, we're more mature, and it's like, let's finish what we started, fellas, because nobody will know about those songs except for us, and we'd like to get them out.
Let's have another break and share something from J. Nicole. What will she do?
She has a song titled, Do You Know Him?
Do You Know Him?
Yes.
Let's check that out by J. Nicole. Do You Know Him?
Everybody's trying to find a way to be happy. There's only one way, and that's for you to know him. His spirit's calling you now. He wants you to be one with him. He wants to be your sunshine after the rain.
J. Nicole, do you know him? How touching. You got to bring her on the show sometimes, Brother Rich. You have to. You have to bring. We got to have it here and performing live. Videos are nice, but there's something about live performance that just touches the soul right then and there. So we might as well have it live. Now, we were last talking about the impact of people we touch and things. But that drives me to the question, who were some of your influences, Brother Richie?
My influences, I gotta start off with my mother.
Well, start off with Mom.
I start off
Let's
with
give
Mom
a shout out
because
to Mom.
she's 86 years young.
God bless
I just
her.
was able to see her 2 weeks ago.
Oh.
And she was the one that supported me, you know, when she discovered I had some musical ability. I started off playing bongos. Then I toyed around with the guitar. Then I started singing. And then I started playing piano a little bit. But she encouraged me every step of the way.
God bless
And I was terribly shy. She'd be pushing me out there. Go ahead, get out there.
Just
get out
like
there.
my buddy Slowpoke the Frog.
Yeah. So I thank God for her,
Bless
for the encouragement and the inspiration to launch forward and just put it out there, put your gift and
Put
your
it
talent out
out
there.
there.
And I didn't even know what I was fearing anyway. You know, getting out
come
there to
on
seeing
now.
people. You know,
Now, I
so
want to hear something from you one day because you
Soon.
have presence.
Soon.
When you're ready, we'll be waiting. Now back to the one who brought it home for us last week, and we're going to be having her more. Sister Aletha, let's talk. Let's talk. Who were some of your influences?
My mom, too.
Your mom, too. You got
Yes.
both have spectacular
Yes.
mothers.
My family, my brothers.
family.
Yes.
Isn't family wonderful?
Oh, yes. They were very supportive. You sound good. That's all I wanted to hear. Okay. And I noticed I never wasn't hardly that shy. You know, you go out and play with all the neighbors and double dutch, hopscotch. You know, you just do it all.
involved,
And you just stand there and sing. And they didn't care. Just throw the ball. So it helped me not to be shy being around your friends and neighbors that you grow up with.
It does. Well, since we had two guests, and the time is a real demon, it just goes like that.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to ask you, and you could take at least a minute to talk about to your audience, to your camera, which should be over there. What is your message to the future? Not necessarily it has to be children, but to those of us who are child at heart who want to grow. What is your message? Aletha?
Teach. Try to have more communication towards each other, with each other, and be patient and understand and patient. Without patience, everything just fly over your head. Learn and teach yourself and your children patience and working together.
Wow, touching. Okay, Mr. Richard Hanner, what is your message to the future?
my message would be one of a spiritual message. Get to know God. Get to know God and, you know, try to serve the underserved. Help somebody, help a neighbor. And in the music that we do, it's uplifting, you know, to lift people up.
Yes.
So I'm a very big advocate on serving the underserved. There's too
Yes.
many hungry people, too many
Yes.
homeless, and too many people, you know, that without clothing. And do what you can just to help your brother and your sister out there.
Sort of like the old teaching in the good book that says, faith without work is dead.
And James. Amen.
In James. So that is so great. I'm going to have you two people come. You must come back. You simply must come back.
Thank
Promise
you.
me you come back. I'd love to have you both together even. Now, this is great stuff.
yeah.
Wonderful. Now, how do we get in contact with you, Brother Richie?
Well, I have an email address which is rahanner, Hanner, the number 7 at yahoo.com. And, you know, folks can just email me at that address. There's a website that's under construction right now, and hopefully I'll be back and
You're
co-hosting
guaranteed
with
back.
you.
You're coming back,
You know,
dude.
website will be up, and it'll connect with all the other links.
You're on.
Yours and yours, Aletha, so that we can stay in touch.
Right.
as
You're
a community.
booking next month, my brother.
Thank
I
you, sir.
reserved the studio just for you.
Thank you, sir.
You're not going to be underserved either, Sister Aletha. How do we get in contact with you?
You can contact me through my website. My email is
Tell the audience about your website.
AlethaJ@gmail.com, or you can go to cdbaby.com and purchase a CD under cdbaby.com, Aletha J. Thank you.
That's right. No pirating, folks. I mean, it's so easy to preach against that sort of stuff, but walking the walk.
Sure.
I'm going to say this for myself. It is so easy about talking about walking the walk, but when you try walking it, it's not easy.
No.
I find myself falling flat on my face each and every day trying to walk that walk. But if I'm going to tell others to walk that walk, I too must do my best each and every day, and everybody is watching whether you know it or not. They are watching
Yes, they
whether
are.
you walking that walk.
That's right.
So folks, I want to thank you again for attending. I want to thank, first of all, Richard, thank you for coming.
Thank you. I'm
Lisa,
humbled,
I'm going
man.
to get you close. I mean, I need to
Thank you so much.
But this has been a fun pair of episodes,
thoroughly
and it's just
enjoyed
going to be a beginning of a new collaboration with all three of us. And we're going to come together. Folks, this has been an episode of Sounds Within with your host here, L.V. Smith. Look at the credits and contact all our guests, be it Aletha J. or Richie Hanner. You'll see the credits as they roll, and we look forward to see you next time. Peace and blessings.
Lift your hands towards him. Come, let us exalt him. Come to me, said Jesus. I am the only light. I am always there to lead and guide you through your life. Come to me, said Jesus. I am the Lord of hosts. I will not leave you comfortless. I sent the Holy Ghost. As I walk through the trials, tests will seem so hard. I know His presence is with me. The Word of God inspires me to do my very best. The Holy Word, it soothes my soul and lets my spirit rest. The Word of God inspires me to do my very best. The Holy Word, it soothes my soul. Now I can face all challenges and do all I can. Confront the things that face me. I know I'm in God's hands, yeah. And when I call, He answers. He's never far